Top of the league after 36 games played, 1 point clear with a game in hand, and only 3 games lost this season. The league's second highest goal scorer, and a goalkeeper who so far this season has kept 15 clean sheets. It's all looking great for Forest Green Rovers as we head into the final third of the season. Today we play Crawley and Carlisle in the same week, hoping that the rotation won't derail our unbeaten stretch in the league that goes all the way back to mid-December. Hello and welcome back to Club 2 Part 7 of our Zero to Hero series, where we're trying to go from non-league football all the way to winning the Champions League. But for now, we are fully focused on Forest Green Rovers and promotion this season. As you saw in the intro, we are currently top. We've got a game in hand, which I assume is the one today because it is midweek against Crawley. And then the other one against Carlisle. They are currently 13th and 19th in the league. This has changed quite a lot since I planned this a few matches ago, where they were, I believe, 10th and 11th at the time. They were right next to each other. But we're going to jump straight into it today. This is going to be our lineup for that first match against Crawley. We've got McGee in goal, Wallace, Wiggett, Fagan, Walcott and Hawkins are back four. We then got Jones, Hackney and Kanate in midfield. Burt starts on the left, McDonald on the right and Iro up front. We have got some injuries plaguing us. Jason Steele is out injured at the moment. Pickles. Vangelis isn't fully fit. I think we've got some other injuries as well. Dermot Lee obviously still out. Gibbons is out for 2 to 5 weeks, who normally covers at both left and right back, which is not really an ideal situation, but we're going to try and cope with it. Everyone on the field today, almost everyone on the field today, is fully fit. Hopefully we can keep them all fully fit throughout this match. We can go and get another win for Forest Green Rovers and just cement our place at the top of the league. Obviously, if we win this game in hand, we will be 4 points clear of rivals Swindon, which I don't know if you've seen a couple of episodes ago. I don't particularly like Swindon, so I'd quite like to finish ahead of them. I'd quite like Forest Green to go up as champions as well. Before we jump into the match, though, if you do enjoy today's episode, it would be very, very much appreciated if you could drop a like down below. It really helps out with the engagement on the channel. Let's jump straight into it then. Let's just change this back to key highlights as we always do. And we just hopefully get a good result here against Crawley. We have started really, really well there, regaining possession off of that kickoff from Crawley straight away. Jones forward to Iro in the box, trying to find his head, not really managing it. Iro, as we know, not necessarily the tallest striker in the league. Very, very good. I think he was very worth the 125,000, 150,000, something in that vein that we spent on him. Fagan Walcott there getting on the end of that free kick, not managing to get it on target though. It remains 0-0 after 15 minutes. I can't remember exactly how much we spent on Iro, but definitely, I think, very, very good for the amount of money we did spend on him. It's going to bug me now if I don't go and look how much we actually purchased him for. £175,000. I think really, really good. He can continue being our main striker, or even we could put him out on the left or the right when we get promoted. I'm not saying if anymore. I think it is when we get promoted now, unless we have an utter collapse. It is now just a question of, do we go up as champions or do we go up via the automatic promotion spot? I think it's one of those two different options. I don't see us collapsing too badly towards the end of this season. There are a few more matches to play. There'll be 2 more episodes of this season, I think. Potentially, we've got the next episode coming up will be the matches against, I believe it's a Wrexham and Swindon, or potentially Swindon and Yeovil, depending. That one's been played into Burt. Burt has hit the crossbar there. That cross from Iro, finding him with bags and bags of space, but didn't manage to convert the chance, which is very unfortunate. So it would have been quite nice to go 1-0 ahead. Instead of that, though, we are still in control of this tie. We're still in control at the top of the table. Swindon not playing today, so definitely this is the game in hand on them, which is great for us because, as I mentioned, if we win this, we go top at the top of the league. How did we end up here then? We go back to the match. We're going to ignore we ended up on that page. I don't really know how we got there. I obviously pressed some shortcut on the keyboard that I'm not aware of. Wallace hooking that one clear. Kanate managing to nod it forward, but Iro not stood where Kanate was hoping he would be. and that just results in now Crawley being able to go on a counter-attack. This is very, very messy in the centre of the park here, and Halfacre is through, and Sam Halfacre makes it 1-0 for Crawley. This is not ideal, ladies and gentlemen. This is not part of the script today. The script today reads as follows: Forest Green Rovers, 2 comfortable wins, solidify the spot at the top of the league, go into the next episode, potentially with a view to beating Swindon and becoming champions. That's the script today. Obviously, the players haven't read that script. We are going to demand more from them. It's only 54 minutes gone. We can get back in this tie. But not if we concede another goal. Conceding another goal, going to make that substantially more difficult. So if we could just avoid that, guys, that'd be lovely. Wallace booting that one clear. Obviously, we normally play McDonald over there. He's not really fit enough. I think he is on the bench, given the lack of Gibbons. But he really, really shouldn't be playing. So unless we absolutely need him for some reason, he will stay there on the bench just as a spectator today and play no part in this. We're not doing great here, though. Crawley just being allowed to hold the ball there for a ridiculous amount of time, really. We should be pressing a lot better. And even now, I feel like we should be pressing a little bit more, lads. Can we go and get the ball back? Can we not get the ball back like that, please, Liam Burt? You're on a yellow already. We're now 2-0 down. Right. We're going to have to make some changes here. We're going attacking straight away. McDonald going to go on a winger on attack. I swear, every time we come on lately, we start playing awfully. I think Burt needs to come off as well. Let's take Burt off. Let's bring Matt J on as the inside forward. He always seems to do really well coming off the bench. So we're going to make that change. And honestly, no one else is playing awfully. I mean, we've got a couple of 6.4s there. Kieran Wallace could come off, but again, that means bringing McDonald on. And realistically, we really don't want to be doing that. McDonald over here, Finney McDonald, not doing great either. So maybe Baker Boaty comes on. We change that to an inverted winger on attack, and we do that. And we hope for the best here. Why are we losing? I said in the intro, we were on a massive unbeaten streak. I've obviously, as you can tell, completely jinxed that. Because it does now look like we're going to lose today, which again, not part of the script, not something I planned for here, not really what we're about this season. This would only be a 4th loss of the season after, what is this, the 37th game played. So we've been really, really good. We've got a lot more draws than maybe like, and that is just a poor first touch there from Fagan Walcott. He's let the striker in. McGee doesn't manage to claim that one. But we look really shaky today, and I'm not really sure why. Right. Again, we have not had another shot since I made those changes. We could change to this. I think more likely what we do is just move Jones up here. Iro over here. We're going to bring on Fabio Tavares. He can play as something, as a pressing forward on attack. Let's go with that. Tavares, today, mate, you're going to be a pressing forward on attack. Leon Hawkins, you're coming off. Sean Robertson can come on. And Fagan Walcott, to be honest, you can come off as well. And Denise can come on that right-hand side. We have got 20 minutes to get ourselves a couple of goals and back into this tie. Iro there, trying to find somebody in the centre, really not managing it. And once again, we are just being absolutely dominated by this striker. who really there, he should have done better with that chance and got himself a third. He hasn't managed it. We'll take that. I think Crawley will feel a bit hard done by. He didn't hit the target there. Matt J with a corner looking for someone at the far post. Doesn't manage to find anyone. Wallace now on the edge of the box. Dallies around with it. And Sims tackles him and launches Crawley on a counter-attack. There, I'm assuming a right back. Right winger, not really sure. Bags and bags of space there either way. Bearing down on goal here. And Wallace has eventually decided maybe he should tackle him. Massive ball forward to Iro again. He doesn't have the height to challenge for those, really. Kanate has regained the ball, though. Baker Boaty here, bearing down on the box, kind of. Played back to him here. It's a lovely 1-2. Slung into the box, looking for Kanate. Doesn't find him. Matt J is going to regain possession there on the edge, though. Wallace now with a cross into Iro, who does manage to get his head to it. It's a not on target. Couldn't direct it goalwards. And once again, it is 2-0 here for Crawley, who have a free kick on the edge of the box. And luckily, it is wide. this is very, very concerning, this performance today, though. We've obviously had a shot of some regard, because we've got a goal kick here for Crawley, who are massively taking their time over it. They know here that all they need to do is just hold on to the ball, not do anything too stupid. Kanate into Tavares. Tavares looking for his first goal for the club. Doesn't manage to find it. Honestly, I think he's a bit of a mispurchase. I don't think he could hit the side of a barn door. Even if he used someone else's foot at this point, I don't think he could hit the side of a barn door. I probably should have noticed when he played for Coventry last season. He played 42 games and didn't get one goal. So that one really is on me. Today, though, it's a 2-0 loss to Crawley to start the episode. Obviously, when we remain top, that's our game in hand played. We're still 1 point ahead of Swindon. But really, that was our chance there to absolutely nail on our credentials as potential title winners. And we haven't done it today. We've also got lots of tired players and a match in 3 days' time. None of these things fill me with joy. We've also made some bids for some people. Have a look at this guy. Look, Manuel Bigito. He's an Italian 19-year-old. He can play on the right wing, the left wing, and he can play up front as well. We have a look at him this season in League 2 for Woking. 37 appearances, 21 goals. He looks pretty good. I'm not sure where he's been playing. I'd assume he's their main attacking outlet. But we've been told 40 to 400,000 pounds to get him. I'm hoping that that's going to be closer to 40. We've got 194,000 in the transfer kitty. Let's try 75. I'll keep you guys updated about that. I'm just kind of hoping we can get him in and start building for next season. He is only Sky Bet League 2 level at the moment, potentially Sky Bet League 1. But I don't think that scout report is everything. If you have a look at what he's been doing this season, he could be a really, really good signing for us. We're going to kind of need it if we're going to play like we just played against Crawley. We're going to need a few rotation options and players we can bring in. This is good that Kanate is now a decent player for most League 1 sides, especially when we're looking towards a promotion. And Phil Neville is a under-18s player that's in there that we're being told to bring into the full squad. I don't think Phil Neville is ever going to play a game for Forest Green Rovers, if I'm completely honest. Right, all of that aside, though, we now need to go and face Carlisle. They are 21st now, so they've obviously lost a match since the start of the episode. They're obviously in not great form. It could be an ideal time to play them. Hopefully, that's a 3 points added to the board scenario. And so we head into the match against Carlisle. And this is going to be our lineup today. It's quite heavily rotated. McGee in goal. MacDonald, Moore, Taylor, Fagan, Walcott and Robertson as our back four today. We've got Callum Jones, James Jones and Vangelis in midfield. Jay over on the left and MacDonald on the right. And McGlynn starting up front. We can see lots and lots and lots and lots of tired players. So we're just having to rotate them. We don't want any of them to lose their legs. We don't want any injuries. We've got enough of those. We're already having to rotate quite heavily when we've got the 2 matches in the same week. I don't feel like we can afford to lose any more players. So whilst we need to win the match, we also need to make sure that the players are actually fit enough to win the match. And that means rotation today. No Oliver Iro up front, which is definitely a little bit of a blow because neither McGlynn, Marriott or Tavares actually score many goals. And we've gone 1-0 down inside 6 minutes. What is happening today? Why have we suddenly collapsed? Nothing's changed in terms of dynamics. Nothing's changed in terms of players. Nothing's changed in terms of tactics. I don't really understand why we started conceding a load of goals. We're just encouraged the team here. Let's see something a little bit different, guys, because we can't keep up these sort of performances. Fagan Walcott managing to nod that one forward. Vangelis playing in Matt J here. Matt J, I mean, it was a good shot, kind of. I think the goalkeeper got a hand to it. It was offside anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That was a little bit more promising. I'm looking down at the match stats, the possession, the shots, all of that. A little bit more promising. If we could just see some of it translate into goals, that would be lovely. Because right now, Swindon are ahead of us, and I mean, it makes me a little bit sick, if I'm honest. Matt J with a free kick, looking for Fagan Walcott. He doesn't find Fagan Walcott. He does find Fagan Walcott, sorry. But it goes over the bar, and it is going to go in at half-time once again. 1-0 to Carlisle. Guys, I mean, come on, show a bit of desire. You don't look like a team that needs to win. You have the ability to make a difference. I mean, we're trying just motivate the team as much as possible. Matt J with a free kick shortly after the start of the first half, looking for Fagan Walcott again, doesn't quite find him. Somebody got their head to it there. I don't know who it was. It is saved anyway, and it is going out for a corner. Matt J, I'd assume, the one to take this one as well. Gonna look for someone, I'd imagine. Fagan Walcott looking for McGlynn instead at the far post, and McDonald from range, but that one is sailing over. It could have fallen to literally anyone. Callum McDonald, probably not the guy we wanted it to fall to. Maybe a striker, maybe a midfielder. Probably not our left back, if we're honest. We are looking decent at the moment, though. We're going attacking. We're encouraging the team a little bit more as we head into the 60th minute of this tie. We really need to get back into this. The problem is the guy who normally gets us back into these matches is Oliver Iro, who will pop up with a goal or two heading into the end of a match, and we don't have him today. Something we desperately need to sort out if we're going to get promoted is Oliver Iro. If he's our main attacking outlet, oh my goodness, what is going on? I mean, there is nothing we can do tactically about that sort of shoddiness between the sticks. McGee, who has been absolutely solid as a rock for most of this season, that though, absolute clanger. I mean, he catches it. It looks graphically, in Football Manager, it looks like when he caught it, it was behind the line anyway. But then dropping it and allowing someone to score to make sure it was behind the line probably wasn't the course of action we were looking for. Fagan Walcott's going to come off. Aaron Pickles is going to come on here. I mean, Matt J is on a 6.1. Liam Burke can come on for him. Boys and girls, that is a fantastic 6.1 from a man who I said was good out on the left. Finney McDonald, Baker Buwaiti can come on for him. He doesn't like playing as a winger, so we just adjust that. Do we make any more changes? I mean, we could change the entire team here, to be honest, because none of them are playing particularly well. Fabio Tavares is going to come on up front as well. That is, I believe, 4 changes. We're demanding more from the team. Guys, can we score a goal? Callum Jones passing this one back to Callum MacDonald to Moore Taylor now. Can we get the ball forward a little bit quicker, please? That's forward quicker. It was just to absolutely no one. So maybe next time don't listen to me and just keep hold of possession, because that didn't work either. Pickles nodding this one forward, but only straight into the feet of Collins. And now Carlisle on the counter-attack. Robertson doing that well there to regain possession. But we're just giving the ball back to them. Vangelis now. Can he pull a little bit of magic out of his feet? Into Tavares. Still looking for his first goal for the club. He has actually found his first goal for the club. Fabio Tavares off the mark now for Forest Green Rovers. That could be a very, very important goal if we manage to get back into this tie here. Baker Buwaiti into Tavares. Has 2 defenders bearing down on him, but keeps cool as a cucumber and converts that one into the back of the net. I just got so excited I smacked my face on a microphone. Great stuff. Right, Callum Jones is looking like he's given everything. We've just changed him for Methan, and we are not going to get back in this tie unless we get another highlight. I don't think we're getting back in this tie. We're not getting back in this tie. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 lost on the trot here. Is that our season just falling apart? You hear this? You hear that? Hear that noise? That is the sound of a season that is collapsing. It's not all lost. We're obviously still, 4 points ahead of Yeovil, who are in 3rd place. But we are 2 points behind Swindon. And I don't think I can accept being 2 points behind Swindon. Luckily, if we can get back in some sort of form, let's have a look at this. Look, Cambridge coming up. They're 6th. That's going to be quite a difficult game. We've then got Stevenage, who are in 13th. Cambridge is a midweek game as well, so it's in 3 days' time. We've got Stevenage, Wrexham in 14th. We're then going to come back for this. Yeovil in 3rd and Swindon in 1st place. And then we'll only have 3 matches left before the end of the season. But those 2 in particular could be very, very important. Obviously, the match against Cambridge, quite important as well. Because if we lose that one, we are on an absolutely awful losing streak in March, and that is not something any of us want. If you have enjoyed today's episode though, please do drop a like down below. It would really cheer me up if we get lots of likes on this video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button as well. I will see you tomorrow, where hopefully we're battering Swindon. Until then, see you later. Bye bye.